Before I get into this review, let's lighten the mood a bit. Much better. Hey guys, what's up? This is Matthew Davis, me once again. Welcome back to another movie review, aka After I Saw, and this time it is on The Lighthouse. Now, The Lighthouse comes from director Robert Eggers. I'm sorry if I pronounced his last name wrong, but I always do that. Who was the visionary filmmaker behind the modern horror film The Witch, or The Vitch, if you want to say, because there's two V's right there. But I promise it says The Witch, but you can call it The Vitch, but that's just a W split in half. It's not two V's or anything like that. I don't know why they did that, but The Witch. And this is a movie that, when I put it on my best horror films list, I put it at number 9. But I've watched this movie multiple times, and it just got better as I watched it. I love this movie. I think it's a fantastic film, and I think it's one of A24's best movies, and it grew on me quite a bit, so I was really looking forward to this movie. I mean, even if he wasn't directing it, I would still look forward to it anyway, because A24, I love their movies. I really do, especially when it comes to their horror films. Anyways, this movie is about two lighthouse keepers. One of them is working at a job there. It stars Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe, and they're on a remote and mysterious New England island that takes place in the 1890s. And, I just got back from seeing this film an hour ago. It's going to be much later once I upload this, but that doesn't matter. And this is a movie that, of course, I was really looking into it. I didn't really see a trailer for this movie. I've seen clips of it. But I've heard so much praise saying it's one of the best films of the year. It's very Oscar-worthy. And I mentioned at the end of my last video that I'm probably going to think the same thing. I love this movie, guys. And I say that a lot for every movie, but no. I really loved this movie. This was even better than The Witch. Oh my god, this movie is gonna mess with your brain big time. Before I get into the serious stuff, let's just talk about Robert Pattinson is at his very best here. He was fantastic in Good Time, and he is phenomenal in this. I really hope he gets an Oscar nomination for Best Actor. Probably won't, but, because when it comes, there was nothing for Hereditary or The Witch or anything like that, so it's probably not going to happen. But, Willem Dafoe, I think, is the real show stealer here. They were great together in this movie. The moments between them are absolutely surprisingly entertaining. Like, there is surprisingly a good amount of humor in this movie. And some of it comes from fart jokes. Now, there's another movie. Hold on. I'll be right back. You see this movie right here? Swiss Army Man? There were a ton of fart jokes. And they all came from a corpse. And this is the same company, A24. And I loved this movie as well. This movie is kind of like Swiss Army Man meets The Witch a little bit. That's at least my take, because, both movies are fantastic. And that's kind of... I didn't really realize it until now, but I love this movie and The Witch. So yeah, that movie had a ton of fart jokes, but you know what? It's really hard to explain because I get really divided about fart jokes, especially when it comes to kids' films, or, even mature films, like in a PG-13 comedy, like, I don't know, a Happy Madison movie, but there's not much of them, and they're not unconventional, or not unconventional, what's the word? Random. Like, the guys are always drinking all the time. Like, there are moments between them where they start fighting because of how drunk they get, especially Robert Pattinson. He drinks so much that he just ends up going crazy in this movie. So, yeah, it manages to both be dramatic and comedic, which is something I really wasn't expecting. Here's the thing. This movie is... What I love the most about this movie, it's so unpredictable. Not only is it visually stunning, it's completely in black and white with the entire screen just looking like a square, like if it took place back in like the 60s or something. I did feel like I was watching a 60s movie because it doesn't have an over reliance on special effects. There actually is a little bit of special effects that they use in the movie, but I'm not going to get into it because, well, you know, it rhymes with boilers. I don't want to do that because I want you guys to check out this movie yourself. And I didn't really see this movie alone. No, I had the closest friend that I have right here that came and saw the movie with me. We both had a great time, and he's actually with me right now. Uh, but seriously, I love this guy. And I actually did bring him to the movie with me. But, anyways, you know, the movie, like I said, it's unpredictable. This movie was only playing in one theater close near to me, so I just had to see it. And there was a really big amount of people there that went to see that. And I'm happy that so many people went to see this. And I know not all of them like the movie. And I didn't really expect that because there are moments that are probably going to leave people scratching their heads, especially towards the end of the movie. But, those are the kind of things that I really expect. But, A24 just makes the smartest, most psychological horror films out there. And I wouldn't really recommend this in the horror genre. I mean, it is creepy, but it's more psychological than thriller. It's a movie that really messes with your mind, and you're really not going to know entirely what's going on. But, if you watch the movie for yourself, just watch the movie for yourself. It's a movie that really has you, like, going, what and why, what's going on. It's a movie that's gonna give you so many questions. But, it's so well edited and directed and fantastically well acted from everybody. There's only two main guys in the movie, and there's only, like, one female character that you really don't see that much of. In fact, you almost never see her at all. But, what really shines the most here is Robert Eggers' terrific direction here. And the story, it just leaves you wanting more, and it's probably going to be a movie that you're going to analyze, and it's really hard for me to explain entirely, but, it's a movie that I recommend rewatching multiple times. It is going to make you feel, because, it's going to be a slow burn. It's definitely a slow burn. So if you're not into those, if you didn't like Hereditary, or The Witch, or, I don't know, Green Room, which I think is a more well-paced horror film that they did, then you're probably not going to be a fan of this movie. But, I like movies like this. I love psychological thrillers, and this is truly one of the best of the year. It disturbed me. It made me laugh in a good way. It had me on the edge of my seat. This is the movie that I needed to see after watching Countdown and Black and Blue, but I didn't hate that movie as much as Countdown. But, this movie truly is a work of art, and there really isn't anything more to say. It blew me away. I had a great experience with all the other people that were in the theater. Guys, you just gotta watch it for yourself. It's one of my favorite movies of the year, and it's like the 6th movie that gets this rating. The Lighthouse is truly a great definition of perfection. Oh my god. Ooh. Yes. Yes, guys, this movie truly deserves it. Go out and see it if it's close near you. Just watch the movie for yourself, alright? It's just gonna leave you, I don't even know what to say anymore. It's really a masterpiece, and I really hope it gets some Oscar nominations. It's truly what I wanted to see and what I was hoping to see, and it raised my expectations a lot. Definitely go out and see this film. Thank you guys so much for watching. Terminator Dark Fate is really dividing a lot of critics right now, but people are saying that it's better than Terminator Genisys. Let's hope I agree. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Word out. And the next video will be in color, I promise.